Are you kidding me right now? Did we just witness the most disgusting act of betrayal in SmackDown history? Bron Breakker, the man we thought stood for loyalty, the man who claimed brotherhood meant everything, just stabbed Bronson Reed in the back like it was nothing. And you know what makes this even more infuriating? Triple H is sitting in the back smiling about this chaos. This wasn't just a betrayal, folks, this was calculated. This was personal. And if you're not absolutely furious right now, then you didn't see what I just saw 4 minutes ago on SmackDown. Pause for dramatic effect. Let me ask you something real quick before we dive into this absolute dumpster fire of a situation, and I want you to answer honestly in the comments. Did you see this coming? Were there signs that we all missed? Because I'm replaying every single moment in my head, and I'm questioning everything right now. Transition, slightly calmer but still intense. Alright, Wrestling Zone family, if you're as heated as I am right now, smash that like button so hard it breaks. Subscribe if you haven't already, because we're about to break down every shocking detail of this betrayal. And hit that share button. I need everyone to see this because what Bron Breakker just did is absolutely unforgivable. Let's rewind to just minutes ago on SmackDown. Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, two absolute monsters, were standing side by side. We're talking about two men who have been decimating the tag team division. They've been unstoppable. They've been brothers in arms. Every team that stepped up to them got absolutely destroyed. The Usos, dismantled. DIY, broken. Even the Street Profits couldn't handle the raw power these two brought to the ring every single Friday night. The WWE Universe was watching something special unfold. We were witnessing the birth of what could have been the most dominant tag team of this generation. The chemistry was there. The brutality was unmatched. These weren't just two big men thrown together. They had a connection. They understood each other's style. They moved like a well-oiled machine of destruction. But tonight everything changed. And here's where it gets really messed up, folks. They were supposed to defend their momentum against Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin. Now, I know what you're thinking. That should have been an easy win for Breakker and Reed, right? Two juggernauts against two veterans who've been struggling to find their footing lately. This should have been a squash match. This should have been over in 5 minutes. And for most of the match, that's exactly what it looked like. Bronson Reed was hitting those devastating sentences. Bron Breakker was showing off that freakish strength with those gorilla press power slams. They were in complete control. The crowd was electric. Commentary was putting them over as the future of SmackDown's tag division. Everything was going perfectly. Then came the moment that made my jaw drop to the floor. Bronson Reed had Apollo Crews set up for the tsunami. The crowd was on their feet. This was going to be the exclamation point on another dominant victory. Reed climbed to the top rope. You could feel the arena shaking in anticipation. And that's when Bron Breakker made his move. But it wasn't the move we expected. It wasn't the move that would help his partner. No. Bron Breakker walked over to the corner, looked Bronson Reed dead in the eyes, and shoved him off the top rope. Reed came crashing down to the outside, his body slamming against the announce table with a sickening thud that echoed throughout the entire arena. Emotional peaked the confusion on Bronson Reed's face. Wrestling Zone family, I will never forget it. The betrayal, the shock. This was a man who trusted Bron Breakker with everything. They shared battles. They shared victories. They shared a vision for tag team domination. And in one moment, Bron Breakker ripped all of that away like it meant absolutely nothing. But here's where it gets even worse, and yes, it actually gets worse. After shoving Reed off the top rope, Bron Breakker didn't just walk away. He didn't just let Crews and Corbin pick up the pieces. No, this man, this snake, turned around, grabbed a steel chair, rolled out of the ring, and proceeded to brutalize Bronson Reed with repeated chair shots to the back. Hold on, let me ask you something. Drop your answer in the comments right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, how angry are you at Bron Breakker? Because I'm at a solid 15. Continue the story. The referees tried to stop him. Security rushed down the ramp. But Bron Breakker was possessed. He wasn't just attacking Bronson Reed, he was trying to end his career. Each chair shot was delivered with maximum force. You could see the rage in Breakker's eyes. This wasn't a heat-of-the-moment decision. This was premeditated. This was planned. And then came the most disgusting part of this entire ordeal. After laying waste to Bronson Reed with that chair, Bron Breakker grabbed a microphone. The arena went silent. We were all waiting to hear the explanation. We needed to understand why. Why would you throw away this partnership? Why would you betray someone who had your back through everything? The promo delivered with disgust, and you know what Bron Breakker said? He looked down at the broken body of Bronson Reed and said, and I quote, "I don't share my spotlight with anyone. This is Bron Breakker's show, and I'm done carrying dead weight." Dead weight? Are you serious right now? Bronson Reed, the man who has been putting on classic matches for months, is dead weight. The man who was carrying his own weight and more in every single tag match is dead weight. The audacity, the disrespect, the absolute nerve of BRON BREAKKER to stand there and say those words. Analysis section. But let's dig deeper into this for a moment, because this betrayal raises some serious questions about what's going on backstage. First of all, where was Triple H during all of this? We know the game has been pushing both these men as future main eventers. Was this betrayal his idea? Did he plant the seed in BRON BREAKKER's mind that he needed to go solo to reach that next level? Second, and this is what's really eating at me, how long has BRON BREAKKER been planning this? Think about it. Every handshake after a victory, every fist bump before a match, every moment of brotherhood we saw on our screens, was it all a lie? Was BRON BREAKKER just using Bronson Reed this entire time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike? Another engagement point. Quick question for the comment section, and I'm really curious about this one. Do you think Triple H was behind this betrayal, or is this all on BRON BREAKKER? Let me know your theories, the implications. Let's talk about what this means for both men moving forward. For BRON BREAKKER, this is obviously a full heel turn. The man who was beloved by the WWE Universe for his intensity and his lineage, being the son of Rick Steiner and the nephew of Scott Steiner, has now become public enemy number one. The boos he's going to receive moving forward are going to be deafening, and honestly, he deserves every single one of them. But here's the thing that really worries me about BRON BREAKKER's future. Is this the right move for his career? Yes, he's getting attention. Yes, people are going to talk about this for weeks, but at what cost? He just made an enemy out of one of the most dangerous men on the SmackDown roster. Bronson Reed doesn't forget. Bronson Reed doesn't forgive. And when Reed gets his hands on Breakker, and he will get his hands on him, it's going to be brutal. Bronson Reed's perspective. Now let's talk about Bronson Reed for a moment. My heart breaks for this man. He came to SmackDown with one goal: to prove he belongs at the top of this company. He's been working his tail off in every match. He's been putting his body on the line week after week. And just when it seemed like everything was clicking, just when it seemed like he found the perfect partner to help him achieve his goals, bam. Betrayed in the most humiliating way possible. But here's what I know about Bronson Reed: this man is a fighter. This man has overcome adversity his entire career. He was released from WWE, came back stronger, and has been on an absolute tear ever since his return. This betrayal? It's just going to add fuel to his already raging fire. The version of Bronson Reed we're about to see is going to be terrifying. He's going to be relentless, and BRON BREAKKER just made the biggest mistake of his life. The match we need, which brings me to the match we're all thinking about now: Bronson Reed versus BRON BREAKKER. One-on-one. No partners. No excuses. This has to happen at the Royal Rumble, or at the latest, Elimination Chamber. The WWE Universe demands it. These two need to settle this in the most violent way possible. We're talking tables, ladders, and chairs. We're talking hell in a cell. We're talking last man standing. Can you imagine the brutality? Can you imagine the intensity? These two are going to try to destroy each other, and honestly, I'm not sure the WWE Universe is ready for what's coming. This is going to be personal. This is going to be ugly, and I am here for it. Final engagement question before we wrap this up. I need to know, what stipulation do you want to see for Reed versus Breakker? Drop your ideas in the comments. Street fight, steel cage, something even more extreme? Here's the bottom line, Wrestling Zone family. What we witnessed tonight on SmackDown wasn't just a betrayal, it was the birth of the hottest feud on Friday nights. BRON BREAKKER crossed a line that you can never come back from. He looked his brother in the eyes and chose himself over everything they built together. And for that, he's going to pay. Bronson Reed is coming for revenge. And when he gets it, it's going to be glorious. If you're as fired up as I am, make sure you destroy that like button, subscribe for more breaking wrestling news and analysis, and share this video with every wrestling fan you know. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear everything you're thinking about this situation. This is Wrestling Zone, and we'll see you in the next one.